What is your ROI on life? Okay, for you guys who don't know, ROI is a business term. What it stands for is return on investment. And when you own a business or when you're investing in a stock, a home, real estate, property, anything, you always want to look at your ROI, your return on investment. What are you getting in return for your investment? Okay, and this especially applies to dating partners, right? For the amount of time, for example, that you're investing in dating this person, what is your return on that investment? What are you getting out of it? Okay, I do this especially because right now I have a 6-girl dating rotation. As you guys know, I am a pickup artist. I am a dating coach. I am out there in these venues 4 to 5 times per week, constantly picking up new girls. And I am very careful these days about who I allow into my life, who I choose to allow to become part of my dating rotation. Because my schedule is very busy these days. I've got a business to run. I've got family members to take care of. My grandmother has Alzheimer's right now, and I'm trying to spend as much time in San Francisco with my family as much as possible. It's a little difficult because I live in LA now. At the same time, I'm running a business, and at the same time, I have private coaching clients, and I have employees to look after who depend on me to feed their families. So anybody that I'm allowing into my life, male or female, but especially female, because when I date these girls, I want to spend time with them. They have to be worth that investment of time. So I'm very careful about the girls that I allow into my life, that I choose to invest time in dating. She has to be cool. She can't be in the relationship poison dripping me or zapping me of energy or espousing like feminist beliefs and ideologies. I don't want to hear that stuff. I don't have time for it. I just want somebody cool, hot, good looking, and that smells good, who is going to be fun to hang out with and who is going to give me the least amount of headache. And really that's what you should be looking for too, right? So all the girls in my dating rotation now are very, very cool. They fit exactly that type of woman that I look for. Hot, cool, easy to hang out with, easy to get along with, don't give me a whole lot of headache, don't really poison drip, don't zap me of energy. They're just cool girls, and they're hot, and they make great arm candy. I love going to dinner with them. I love spending my time with them, and the return on investment is phenomenal. Right? It's phenomenal. Unlike most guys in relationships where their wives or their partners or their girlfriends are constantly just making their lives miserable to the point where they hate themselves. You know, and it's like their return on investment is horrendous because they're, paying for these women. They're living with them. They're paying their expenses. They might even be paying off some of their credit card bills, paying their car note, And yet these women are treating them horribly. So their return on investment is piss poor. And the same goes for other areas of your life as well, right? If you're playing video games or watching television all day, what is that bringing in return for your investment? Really nothing. What are you getting out of playing video games all day? What do you get out of watching television shows all day? What do you get out of watching Hollywood movies all day? Right? Or paying for Hollywood movies, even worse, where you're paying your $20 movie ticket to be indoctrinated by feminist propaganda, by the blue pill matrix. What are you getting out of that? What's your ROI? Your ROI is piss poor. It's horrible. What about music? All the music these days, most of it is very blue pill. Most of the music these days, the lyrics are designed to make you feel less of a man, to emasculate you. Yet here you guys are, like, just beating to it, dancing to it like it's nothing. Right? I just did a coaching video about turning your car into a red pill university as my lights go off. Right? How much time do you guys spend in your car? If you're like most guys, you spend hours in your car. You spend hours commuting back and forth to work, to the gym, to get food, to pick up your dates. You're in your car a lot. And instead of listening to audiobooks that can help you, listening to mentors on YouTube that can help you, instead you're listening to music that can't help you. You're listening to blue pill lyrics on the radio, or you're watching your DVD player and you're watching movies on there that cannot help you, that are just further indoctrinating you. This is why you want to turn your car into what I call a red pill university, where you're just constantly educating yourself. You're learning from mentors, not teachers, but mentors. Okay, where you're getting an ROI, a high return on investment for your time. Okay, so you really want to look at areas of your life where you're spending a lot of time and not getting a sufficient return on that investment, on the energy you are putting into that. Okay, because the number one most valuable asset really is your time as a man. Okay, and you want to make sure you're using your time effectively. It has to be worth the investment. Okay, or as others like to say, the juice has to be worth the squeeze. Okay, is the juice worth the squeeze? You have to ask yourself that. When you're playing video games, watching TV all day, and, for example, eating bad food, sitting on your couch, are you getting your return on investment? No, absolutely not. Right? When you're going to, eat pizza at midnight and eating junk food and not working out, are you getting your return on investment? No. A lot of guys are like, hey, you eat pretty healthy. Do you ever eat bad? And I'm like, when I want to. I'm like, only when I'm like really craving that stuff do I go to like a Taco Bell or something like that. But I don't eat there every day like I used to. A lot of guys I grew up with are like, oh, remember we used to go to Taco Bell every single day and McDonald's all the time? I'm like, yeah, I stopped doing that, right? And they're like, why? And I'm like, because the return on investment was horrible. It took from me more than it gave to me. Right? I had a friend who had a coke habit at one time. It was actually a girl that I was seeing, and she was like really beautiful at the time. I really liked this girl, and I really, really tried to help her. And I eventually had to dump her. And she was somebody that I really wanted, like, I really liked her, let's put it that way. I had to dump her, and it really hurt me to do that. And I had to leave her in the condition she was. And eventually she fixed herself. Okay, and we had a conversation. We caught up not that long ago, and I'm like, how did you finally get away from it? How did you finally stop doing coke? And she said, because I came to the realization that it took from me more than it gave to me. And I'm like, what did coke possibly give you? And she was like, oh, it made me feel great. It made me feel energized. It made me feel alive temporarily. But at the end of the day, it took more from me than it gave to me. So her return on investment, the ROI, was not worth it. Same thing with junk food. That's why I don't really pound the junk food all the time. Every once in a while, I might do it just because I'm craving it that bad. But, 99% of the time, I'm not eating it anymore. I don't need it in my life because I realize it's not worth the ROI. It's not worth me feeling like shit half the day, feeling half asleep all the time, feeling groggy from all the sugar and carbs for that nice tasting, floury, sugary substance on my mouth, temporarily for, as I'm eating that burrito or as I'm eating that, those French fries. It's just not worth it. By the way, I do keto, so it's not like I starve myself. I do keto where it's like low carbs, almost no sugar. I mean, I'm still eating healthy food, but I'm just not eating like the starches and the carbs. I mean, if I have a hamburger, I'll throw out the buns. I won't get the French fries or onion rings anymore. I just don't need it. I don't crave that stuff anymore because the ROI, the return on investment, was piss poor. Your clothes will stop fitting. You'll start feeling fat. You'll start becoming less attractive to the opposite sex. You won't be able to function during the day. You won't be able to function during sex when you're like eating that shitty. So the ROI is not worth it. Okay, so I want you to look at every area of your life and really ask yourself, are you getting a fair return on investment? Okay, it has to at least be fair, if not more than fair. Ask yourself, what is your ROI on life? What are you getting out of what you're putting into? And is it worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? I have a lot of guys these days approaching me with business ideas, right? Some of them have businesses that are already making money. And they're like, oh, yo, Matt, I just need this much investment from you in exchange for this percentage of the company, almost like Shark Tank. Like this much investment, say 10 grand for, a 15, 20% stake in the company. But I can't have you as a passive investor. I want you to be engaged in the company. I want you to help build our brand and all this. And for me, it's like, okay, I understand you're making money. I will probably make money from this too. But for the ROI, the return on my investment, say that 10 grand, it's not worth my time. Okay, because at the end of the day, it goes beyond the money. It has to be worth my time. So unfortunately, I've had to turn down a lot of guys that I like, guys who've built pretty cool businesses that I want to be a part of, but I just don't have the time because I've got my own business to run. Okay, and besides my own business, I've got family to take care of. I've got other things I enjoy doing that I want to have free time for. Okay, it's not like I want to be working 24/7, right? So for a lot of these guys, even though I could see a financial opportunity there to make profit, it's not enough to warrant the time that I'm exerting and I'm putting into that, right? So the ROI is not worth it for me. So you have to ask yourself, like, what is your ROI on life? You know, and the same thing, by the way, with my business. I get students sometimes who want me to take them out privately. Okay, they don't want to be part of my group. Say like I do a group boot camp on a weekend. I'll take out 4 students. I generally take out 4 students max to do pickup. It'll be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Per student, it's $29.95. So it's basically $3,000 per student to go out with me for 3 days straight. We pick up girls. I teach you basically what to say, what to do, how to get beyond your approach anxiety. I fix all of your sticking points. I mean, you really get your money's worth being on this boot camp. It's an unforgettable experience. However, I do get some guys from time to time who are like, hey, I just want to go me and you. I just want you to coach me privately for those 3 days. I'm like, okay, I can do that. But the cost is going to go up. So instead of $29.95, it's $59.95. It's basically $6,000 because you're not allowing me to pull other students onto the boot camp. It's just going to be me and you. So to take you out where it's just me and you, it's $6,000. And they're like, no, can I just pay $3,000? And I'm like, at that point, it's not worth the time investment for me. It's just not worth it because I can run a boot camp with 4 students and collect 4 times the amount for that. You know, and it's more profitable for me. Instead of going out that weekend, if I don't have students, it's actually way more profitable for me to just sit here and do coaching videos, sit in my studio or sit in my car and pump out content. It's way more profitable for me to do that instead because the coaching videos are going to stay on YouTube, you know, forever. They're going to be able to be watched over and over as opposed to just taking you out by yourself, you know, one time. It's not worth the ROI. So I have to explain to these guys, it's not like I don't want, you know, your $3,000. It's not like I don't want to hang out with you and I don't want to teach you pickup. I mean, I enjoy doing this stuff, but it has to be worth the return on investment for me. And for that, you know, the lowest you could get me out for is $59.95 if it's just me and you. That is what the market bears as well, too. It's not like I'm pulling these prices out of my ass. That is what the going market value is for bringing out a top pickup coach. I mean, if you go to any of these top pickup companies, for example, one of the bigger ones, they will charge you the same, if not much more, to just bring out one instructor with you where it's just you and him, right? And I can easily run circles around those guys out in LA because a lot of them are based in LA. I can run circles around those dudes. But yet I'm charging the very bare minimum of what I feel it is worth for me to drop what I'm doing and come out with you. Okay, and you need to do the same with your own life, with friendships, with food you're eating. Okay, even food you're eating, they're like partners, right? With business ventures, with jobs you're taking, with dating partners. You need to ask yourself, what is the ROI for getting involved with this person or this entity or this business venture or this particular like junk food that I'm about to eat? What is my ROI on this? Is it good or is it bad? Is it fair? Is it reasonable or is it shitty? You should be asking yourself this question constantly. If the ROI sucks, don't get involved with it. If you know that eating junk food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is going to make you fat, make you feel tired and sleepy all day, and make you not want to go to the gym or do anything with your life, if you know that, you know, you're not going to get anything out of that, then why do it? Okay, if you know the ROI sucks, there's no point in doing it. So that's all I really have to say for this coaching video is really be consciously aware of what your ROI is on life and every area of your life that you are investing your time in, whether it's people, money, food. Really be aware of it. You know, speaking of investing, I invest in the stock market a lot, right? I'm at a point now where I can invest in a number of stocks if I wanted to, but yet I only invest in a handful of stocks. Now, why do I do that? I mean, I limit my stock investments to about 5 or 6. So I'm holding about 5 or 6 stocks right now. I don't hold any more than that. Why? Because it would require me to watch those stocks, to exert more time and energy towards paying attention to my investments. And I'm kind of like a, set it and forget it type of investor. I want to invest in stocks that I don't have to watch every single day, which is why I invest in ETFs. Okay, if you don't know what an ETF is, an ETF is an exchange traded fund. And basically what an ETF does is it follows an index. Okay, it basically follows a multitude of stocks. So right now I'm holding one called IWY. I think that's what it is. Yeah, IWY, which holds about 10 internet stocks. Holds Facebook, Apple, Google, a lot of the major stocks. That way I don't have to invest in, any single one. I'm just investing in a portfolio of stocks altogether. Right? Because these are companies that are not going away anytime soon, and they're just going to continue to grow and grow. And more importantly, it requires very little to no energy from me to watch this index, right? So the ROI is pretty good. Plus I'm making money from it, plus it pays a dividend. So I don't really have to watch this stock, okay? Because I'm constantly looking at the ROI, as you should be. But it's just another random example that I wanted to give you. And with that said, I'm gonna wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell up top so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's very, very important you guys subscribe to my channel. It tells YouTube that you love my content, you're digging it, you're feeling it, and you want me to produce more of it. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to my channel as well.